Arnel Rebago, and I'm with my friend Matthew.
Hello.
And so for tonight, we are going to talk about like why gay dating is really hard. Why is it very difficult in general, like looking for something serious in gay world. So I think the first subject that I want to talk about is like, do you think it's really true that all gay men are like sex monsters? Like they're naturally horny.
Well, I mean, I would like to say no, but I guess from my experience, it comes across like they are. That's all they want. But I'm sure that's like in the straight world too. Like that. But I just know from my personal experience, like, yeah, it seems like that's all they really care about, and or they'll say that they are looking for something, but in reality, it's like they have like a hidden agenda.
Well,
kind of thing.
Straight guy, gay guy, like they have testosterone, so I guess it's just naturally they're just like horny.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true.
Right? And then, do you believe that sex is easy in gay world? In what way? In what access they use?
Yeah, I'd say yes, it is. Obviously, because of certain apps, which it is designed. Those apps are mainly designed to meet up, but
like for example, like a Tinder, Grinder, those things, and because it's easy to look for someone if you're using those, because it will tell you how they're far away from you, like feet or kilometers or something like that, right?
Exactly. And plus, like, again, with that, I mean, it tells you exactly what they're looking for. But again, you gotta be careful, because sometimes, again, they're saying one thing, but they could be really looking for another.
And actually, some of my friends told me that just being gay is just naturally being horny, because it's all about sex, unfortunately.
Which is true, and it's, well, remember what you and I were just saying, like, it seems, at least for gay men, at least stuff that I've experienced and that you've experienced as well, it seems like they aren't looking for something more serious until like a certain age, or after a certain age, which it comes across. Like, you said, I think, what, mid-30s?
Mid-30s, 40s.
Is when they are looking for something more realistic. I'm not saying that people younger aren't. It just seems, at least, again, in our experience, personal experience, like, it seems like it's more normal to just kind of want to do hookup things, which is, has nothing against it. That's fine. But just
if straight people can do it, why not?
Yeah, but just be honest of what you're looking for. Like, don't kind of go out with somebody and assume, like, or just assume that they're gonna jump into bed with you, like, or just be honest with them, like,
right,
be upfront.
Exactly. And what do you say about they think gay guys, like, for us, we say we want one thing but really want another. We keep changing our mind. Is that true?
I'd say yes.
Yeah.
But again, it's personal experience.
Yeah.
I'm sure other people would say no, like it's their own. Like, but I'm just saying personal experience. Yeah, it's like you have people, like, I mean, for me, I have people that would say they were looking for a relationship, and you would meet up a few times and then they wouldn't talk to you again, and you're not really sure why. Like, obviously you would know that they're not interested, but...
And then looking back also, like, if you're back in university, like, it keep changing what you want for a guy, right?
Exactly.
And then when getting older and older, like, you're just going to realize that, okay, I'm getting mature now, so I'm looking for something really serious for a relationship, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I will admit, like, it is a little bit harder in, at least I'd say, in, like, the gay scene or gay world, just because I feel like people are very judgmental in what they're looking for.
Yes.
Like, they want someone to, obviously I understand, like, they want someone who has a good education. That's fine, no problem.
Yeah.
But I feel like the main thing, at least, again, personal experience, I think with both of us, is like they want to have someone who, looks a certain way, makes a certain amount of money or something like that. Like,
yeah.
And it's very, it's a little bit shocking in a way, like that, how nasty we are to each other.
Yes, it is. Like, internal discrimination really exists in gay culture, and then there's another thought that we, like every gay guys, or in general as a part of the LGBT, we have a very deep scars. It says, as gay men, we grow up hiding parts of ourselves because being homosexual is considered different, and in a lot of places it's not acceptable. Religion, culture, and especially if you're the only child or you're the son, good luck with that. It's gonna be hard in that situation, right?
Well, not even just the son, but like even the only daughter, like on both sides, doesn't matter, right?
Exactly. But we're just lucky that we live in Canada, because they provide like a big support for the LGBT community. And then we go through a second adolescence. So it says we get to test new waters, try new things, explore a whole new world full of men, sex, drugs, alcohol, and it's very dangerous. Like back in university, we explore many things.
Which yes, we all have.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Like, yes, you got to be careful in university or everything, and college, or whatever you do after high school. You just got to be careful in general. But I would say like it is, as you get older, it's you think it'd be more easier to find something more serious, but it's actually harder.
It is very hard.
It's harder.
And then the other issue in gay community is like we have a lot of unrealistic expectations.
Yes.
It says everyone is supposed to look like a model, have an Adonis body, be super successful, like everything we like, and feet created that no one can ever actually live up to. Like, it's so...
Well, and again,
right?
it's... Well, but, in a world of today where we're just like, so, like, again, there's like, social media's everywhere, and there's pictures of like these celebrities with these huge, like these amazing bodies, like, it is very unrealistic to that. Like, some people, their body type, they just can't look like that, no matter, and like, we should just love ourselves, like, really, like, that's all that is important. Like, don't be nasty to each other, love yourselves, kind of thing, and we should just be more accepting.
Yeah. And then it says here, timing is everything. The fact that gays often date with the seasons in half the year is either thought of as warm. So it says here, every season, there's a time that like you just wanna feel alone. But there's in gay world it says summer or spring they're looking for love, and then winter time sometimes they want to be a single. That's according to the survey. Do you ever experience that? Like sometimes there's a seasonal, like you want to be alone or you want to be with someone.
Well, I mean, I think we all go through a phase where it's like we want a few days alone. Like, I don't know. I mean, that personally, just for me, I'm not saying for everybody, but for me, I mean, like, yeah, I'd like to have maybe one or two, a few days on my own to do my stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, I would, but it'd also be nice to have someone to come back to and, chat with, and, it's the sense of companionship kind of thing, which is there. So, like, I'm kind of in the middle. Like, I like to have a few days off. I don't know if I could have, like, an entire, like, three like the whole winter.
Yeah, I'm not really like that. Like, for me, I'm just looking for someone, a settled relationship for the whole year. I'm not
get to know somebody and have good conversations and go out and do something with. And so, like, I don't know what you, but in the winter, it's like,
yes, exactly.
It's hard to go out, but you still want to go out and do stuff.
And then they said in the survey that majority of gay men are afraid of commitment. The fact that we also can't stop looking for the next best thing doesn't help, and only perpetuates the lack of commitment in the gay community. What's your thought about that? Many gay men are afraid of commitment.
Oh, I don't know. I would say, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure, like, it's like anything. Like, again, I'm sure there's, like, quite a lot of people that are gay men that are looking for commitment. It's just one of those things, you just have to find them, kind of thing. It depends on, could depend on different things. It could depend on, time of year, if they're looking for something, I don't know. That's a hard one.
But for me, I think it's just in what age bracket they are.
Yeah.
If you're like in the teens or 20s, I think you're still in that stage of your life. You just want to have fun.
Yeah. But I think
right?
by the time you would hit your like what, late 20s, early 30s, you're starting to think more like you know, you're kind of getting out of the party there and settling down more and hoping to find somebody then. But kind of like what you said before, I feel like that's kind of changing now a little bit. It's like seems like more people as they like 35 and up are looking more for the relationships rather than like
hookups
and under.
Yeah. It's the same with heterosexual.
Oh yeah, it has
well,
nothing.
right?
Like it's the same kind of in both worlds, right?
Yeah, and then next is it says jealousy plagues our community. It says even if we are lucky enough to find someone special and start dating, jealousy can creep within the relationship subconsciously or consciously. We have levels of competition that exist between us and our partners because again we're both men and on some levels compare ourselves against each other. It's actually very agree with this.
I do too.
It's competition in the gay world who are the most good looking one, the most successful one. If you go in the gym, if you don't have muscles, sorry, we're not into you. You're too gay for me, you're too feminine for me, sorry.
There's all these different these different categories that we have.
Twink.
Yeah.
A bear.
and you feel like, you know, and I know at least with me, it's like, I don't really know where I'd fit in. So it's hard to kind of see like where you would. And then at the same time, like you said, you're in competition. Like you are constantly comparing yourselves to other people.
It is very hard for me as well as being a minority, being Asian, like to look for something in dating because not all, which is weird because probably they're gonna call me I'm a potato queen. Potato queen means if you're Asian guy or gay guy, but you're into white guys. So I'm into white guys, but not majority of the Caucasian guys are into Asian guys, unfortunately.
Really?
There's a lot of rejection.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so weird. Like, see, I have like I'm happy dating anybody as long as they're a good person. Like for me, like, you know, I know you said like with you, like it was kind of has to do with like racism, kind of.
Yes.
Way. Mine's more like prejudice because I have a visual impairment. So unfortunately, these glasses, I have to wear them to see. Like I can take them off, but everything's super fuzzy. I can't really get around as much. So it's kind of, and I've had it in the past. Where it's like people didn't want to date me or didn't give me the time of day because they said, "Oh, you're like, you know, you're wearing sunglasses. That's weird."
It is very taking them seriously because this word is very complicated.
That's an understatement.
It's not easy at all, right? No, yeah.